Hello survivors, my name is Texecutioner and I'm narrating this video on behalf of Arvid, your State of Decay guide. The Red Talon contractors will always come with 4 of the exclusive Red Talon traits, which will always include both positive and negative traits. When we spend thousands of prestige points and recruit a Red Talon contractor with mediocre traits, it'll definitely make for a frustrating experience. But what if we could know their traits and hero bonus before we even recruit them? Is it even possible? Absolutely. So in this guide, we're going to learn how to predict all 4 traits of the Red Talon contractors and their hero bonuses before even recruiting them. Let's start with the basic stuff. How do you quickly recruit such a skilled contractor? When we call a Red Talon contractor and the contractor is not specialized with the skill that we're looking for, we don't need to cancel their request and send them back. If we do that, then we'll have a 45-minute cooldown timer before we can call for another contractor. To avoid that, we can simply exit to the main menu and start the game again. If we do that, the meeting will not be cancelled, but the previous contractor will be completely replaced with a new contractor with different traits, skills, and appearance. And if we don't like the new one, we can repeat this process until we get the contractor we like. We can also call both the Red Talon soldier and the operator at the same time, and if we don't like both of them, we can exit to the main menu and start the game again, and both of them will be replaced with new contractors. And what's the difference between the Red Talon soldiers and operators? There is absolutely no difference between them other than their looks and their uniform, so you can call any contractor you like. Now let's move to the next part, their 5th skill, which for Red Talon contractors will always be known as their quirk skill. Each Red Talon contractor will always come with one of 10 exclusive Red Talon quirk skills. Now let's take a quick look at all of them. Out of 10 quirk skills, 8 of them are similar to the ordinary 5th skill specializations. Combat medicine is similar to surgery, firearms maintenance is similar to engineering, fortifications is similar to construction, gut packing is similar to nutrition, hacking is similar to programming, infrastructure is similar to plumbing, logistics is similar to metalwork, and mobile operations is similar to auto mechanics. The remaining 2 skills are foraging and demolitions. Foraging is just an equivalent to the basic gardening skill and does not provide agriculture specialization. But surprisingly, the demolition skill offers both electronics and munition skills, which is a combination of 2 specializations, computers and chemistry skills. But keep in mind that the electronics and munition specializations of the demolition skill does not provide computers and chemistry basic skills. Now we have come to the most important part of this video. How do we predict their traits?
For this, I recruited a total of 88 Red Talon contractors and collected their data to find the relation between their skills, traits and their hero bonus. Luckily, all their traits, skills and their hero bonuses are strongly linked to each other. So as long as we can see their skills, we can easily predict their traits and their hero bonus.
All the contractors will always come with 4 exclusive Red Talon traits, and their traits are the determining factors of their skills. But for the sake of this video, we can say their skills are the determining factors of their traits, since their skills are the only details we can see before recruiting them. So let's see which skills affect which traits. Their first trait will be determined by their highest specialized skill, their second trait will be determined by their 5th skill, and their third trait will be determined by their second highest specialized skill. But their 4th trait does not have any determining factors, and it will always be the same for all Red Talon contractors, which is Red Talon contractor trait, and it provides negative 66% standing rewards. For example, this contractor's highest specialized skill is heroism, so his first trait was determined by this skill. His second trait was determined by his 5th skill, and his third trait was determined by his second highest specialized skill, which is warfighting in this case. Having a specialized skill means that the base skill has already been leveled up to the 2nd tier, which you can tell because the skills will be in yellow. So let's start with the first trait. Since their first trait is determined by their highest specialized skill, there are only 4 possibilities available for the first trait. If prowess is the highest specialized skill, their first trait will always be Dead Zone Runner. If tactics is the highest specialized skill, their first trait will always be Console Officer. If Heroism is the highest specialized skill, their first trait will always be Die-Hard Veteran, and in my opinion, it's definitely the best first trait available. And finally, if Warfighting is the highest specialized skill, their first trait will always be Vigil Guard, and I think this is also a really good one. Now let's move on to the second trait. The second trait is the most important trait of a Red Talon contractor, and it is always determined by their fifth skill. Since there are 10 variants of quirk skills available, there are also 10 possibilities of the second trait. The second trait is actually a group of multiple characteristics, and each second trait will always have a mix of both positive and negative characteristics. Since their second trait is based on their fifth skill, we have to accept their second trait whether we like it or not, if we're looking to recruit a contractor for a specific quirk skill. Here are all the second traits. You can pause the video and take a look at these details if you want, or come back to look later. Now let's move to the third trait. This trait is not an important one, but this should be the first one we check when we're recruiting a Red Talon contractor, because this one has the possibility of being a negative trait which we can easily avoid. The third trait is determined by the second highest specialized skill of a contractor, but the problem is that there are 12 possible traits you might get for the third trait. So out of all 12 possible traits, which one will be assigned as a third trait when there are only 4 possibilities of the second highest specialized skill? For that, this time 2 traits are linked with each second highest specialized skill. If Prowess is the second highest specialized, their third trait will either be Boot Camp Survivor or Cadet Instructor. Out of 88 recruitments, 19 had the trait Boot Camp Survivor and only 4 had the trait Cadet Instructor. If Tactics is the second highest specialized, their third trait will either be Officer Material or Former Squad Leader. Out of 88 recruitments, 15 had the trait Officer Material and only 4 had the trait Former Squad Leader. If Heroism is the second highest specialized, their third trait will either be Combat Ready or Frontline Experience. Out of 88 recruitments, 10 had the trait Combat Ready and only 4 had the trait Frontline Experience. And finally, if Warfighting is the second highest specialized, their third trait will either be Practices at the Range or Golden Eagle Marksman. Out of 88 recruitments, 21 had the trait Practices at the Range and only 6 had the trait Golden Eagle Marksman. I feel like the traits in the left column have more probability because the numbers gap between the left and the right column are pretty high. It could totally be RNG, but still the gaps are very big. We now have seen the 8 positive possibilities of the third trait, and the remaining 4 are the negative ones. The Red Talon contractors will only be assigned with a positive third trait if they come with a second specialized skill. If they come with only one skill specialized, it is guaranteed that their third trait will be a negative one. Here are the 4 possibilities of a negative third trait. Out of all 88 recruitments, only 5 of them came with a negative third trait. So it's best to avoid those contractors who don't come with 2 specialized skills. And finally, let's look at the hero bonuses of a Red Talon contractor. A Red Talon contractor's hero bonus has 2 deciding factors. One is their highest specialized skill and the other is their 5th skill. Even though a contractor will always come with both of these skills, they will only receive their hero bonus from either one of these skills. Here are the hero bonuses provided by the highest specialized skills, and here are the hero bonuses provided by their 5th skill. Out of all 88 recruitments, 30 contractors got their hero bonuses from their highest specialized skill, and 58 contractors got their hero bonuses from their 5th skill. In Update 27, Red Talon hero bonus assignment mechanics went under some temporary changes, so always check the pinned comment for any updates on it. As of Update 27, the hero bonuses provided by their highest specialized skills were temporarily removed to make the hero bonus prediction very easy and accurate. But if you already had recruited Red Talon contractors before Update 27 with the above hero bonuses, they won't be affected by this update. Only the new contractors won't come with the above 4 hero bonuses. Now let's lay out and simplify the final results. Here are all the first traits and a simple way to predict them accurately. Here are all second traits, which are provided by the fifth skill of a contractor. Here are all the third traits and a simple way to predict them. And finally, here are all the hero bonuses and a simple way to narrow down the possibilities to just 2.
I hope you find this video extremely useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe to my channel for these kinds of guides for both State of Decay 2 and the upcoming State of Decay 3. And I will see you again in my next video.